I loved to sit and listen and watch my dad interact with the guys. And it meant so much to me to watch him really care, like sit down with them and work out budgets for their house. He knew that if he could keep them less stressed over money and less stressed over stuff going on in their house, then they would be a better employee as well. So he really cared about them holistically. And I was just talking to my dad about it the other night, how him and my mom started off, $200, an old wore out pickup truck. We transitioned that to now one of the largest industrial, commercial, residential companies in the Southeast. And I'm so proud of our history and where we started from, and I view it as my legacy. And my dad views it as his legacy as well. My whole life I feel like I've invested in LaGrange. It was always something that I had at the front of my mind, was giving back to the community. To me, that's what separates different businesses, different industries, of how do you give back to your community. And I've been very pleased that I've been able to see my staff catch on to that. And they also now take on LaGrange and the surrounding areas, their community, and they care about it and want to help.
Being still a family-owned business is incredible. We really care about each other. When someone is struggling, we're able to help them. It's really a family atmosphere. We're able to help folks internally at our office in the field, but we're also able to help those in need in the community.
To work for a company that has such an impact in our community, it's a sense of pride. It kind of unites us all together as one. We are a collective whole. We do look out for each other within our company. If someone's in need, we're there for them. If Jackson's employees succeed, then Jackson succeeds.
We use ServiceTitan daily to operate our business, everything from tracking efficiency with our technicians to in the office, from accounting to billing, really to run our business more efficiently.
I interact with ServiceTitan software every day, every hour of a work week. That's something I couldn't do my job without ServiceTitan. We do a lot of projects that's $3 to $5 million, and that was something that was hard to keep track of with other softwares. ServiceTitan does a great job where we can do our subcontractors, equipment manufacturers, anything on those projects, we can track and see what we are day to day, from day one to the end of the job.
One of my key partners is the Troup County that we live in, and they have been able to work with us to consolidate all of their contracts so that we then help them make smart decisions. I take it quite personal that I want to see taxpayers of Troup County save money. I want to make sure that Troup County has our absolute best price, no matter if we're doing an install, no matter if we're doing controls, no matter if we're doing plumbing. And that's what ServiceTitan gives me, that data, so that I can take a step back and look at one account holistically and make sure that we're doing a good service for them, we're giving them a fair price, but we're also being efficient and doing what we need to do as well to take care of our own company.
I believe ServiceTitan allows us to stand out, where a report can be sent an email instantly when they ask of it. The data's there. It's not something we have to pull into Excel and filter. We can actually just run a report instantly, and they can see the history of all their equipment, they can see the age of it, they can see the cost that they've spent that year alone. It's really mind-blowing for our customers to actually see that data that they can feel and touch. Mind-blowing to them that we had that data all along, but now we're actually able to show it to them because of ServiceTitan.
It's no secret that the labor pool is pretty thin these days, but that's one of the best things, the tools that ServiceTitan has given me, is that, hey, you got to pay more? That's how I have to respond. That's one of my main tools. Now, granted, we have great benefits, okay, but because of ServiceTitan, we're actually able to show that not only are we still helping to save our clients money in the long run, we can save them money and still afford to pay our techs more, because our techs are consistently going out there and going the extra mile, collecting that data that's giving our clients more information, but it's also giving me a better reason to pay them more.
With being able to track the KPIs within ServiceTitan for our technicians, we're able to see how good or bad they're doing, from their callback percentages to the revenue they're making to the profit on that job. We can see hours there, we can see the driving time, how many hours they worked on it. Now it's not, hey, this person's billed out the most. Well, now we can see who's the most profitable, who has the worst callbacks, and really use that data to promote those that deserve it, not just the loudest person in the room.
it just continues to give positive input and feedback to want us to just do more. Like if we've conquered this step A, let's conquer B, let's conquer C. And with Dale, we're gonna conquer all the way to Z. That's just his forward thinking.
I just want to know who is doing a great job, and I want to reward that person. And I now have the tools, the data that I know